Okay, there it goes. All right, greetings everybody. Greetings, this is Kenny J with G.O.B.E Trade House. I want to welcome everybody to Coffee in the Morning with G.O.B.E. All right, we do this call every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., giving you motivation, inspiration, and strategy. We're super excited this morning. We're coming off another G.O.B.E Trade House live trade session. Also, guys, it's Martin Luther King Day, right? It's Martin Luther King Day. So this is a very special day. I'm actually personally connected to this day. Martin Luther King actually, he passed away on 4/4, and 4/4 is actually my birthday. Okay,
Wow.
yeah. So once I found that out, I always, for some reason, always connected to that day. Definitely a great leader, and so it's Martin Luther King Day, everybody. So happy Martin Luther King Day. I know a lot of people are off work today. Let me fix my camera real quick, guys. Give me one quick second. Do the gallery view. There we go. I like that view much better. All right. If you were on the trade session last night, let me get a 111 in the chat. If you were on the live trade session last night, let me get a 111 in the chat. Shout out to our brother Joe Threats. Joe Threats, he's been really holding it down this past few days, hosting the sessions while we were getting through payroll and doing a lot of other stuff on the back end. Joe, man, salute to you, brother, and also Ahmad and our other sniper analyzers doing an amazing doc. Let's get some dollar signs in the chat for Joe for doing a great job. And they threw out successful trades, continuing the run up the bag challenge. Let's get some dollar signs in the chat for Joe. Joe, doing an amazing job throwing out these trades. On the run up bag challenge, Joe, where are we at? We're 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 9?
We currently 7 out of 9.
7 out of 9. All right, perfect. That is amazing. Okay. These numbers, people who did the run up the bag challenge last month, this should seem very familiar, right? You guys remember what happened last month, right? Last month we came out the gates 7 for 7, and then we ended up losing 3 trades in a row. And some of us got off our bar, and including myself, and didn't continue with what we were doing with the trades. And then we ran off 24 out of 24 trades, finishing the month at 90%, 27 out of 30 trades. Okay, so this is something that can happen. Our sniper analyzers were very competitive. We are working together in unison to make sure that we send out the best possible buy and sell signals to everybody to compound their accounts to $9,500. So it doesn't matter where you are right now. I just want to stress to everybody, try your best to stay disciplined. Try your best to stick to this challenge. Make sure you have a separate account. Okay, make sure you have a separate account for the run up the bag challenge account and stay disciplined to that account. Anything else you do, your Autobot account, your cryptocurrency account, or your account that you're practicing on, try your best to separate it. But the run up the bag challenge account is going to be amazing for you to complete that. It's going to be a testimony for you. Okay, so people could actually see that this actually works, and it's really going to be something that is going to appease to the average person, because some people come into trading thinking that they need to start off with a lot of money, right? I remember when I first got started in the industry, which was about 4 years ago. That's what I thought. I thought, hey, there's no way I can make a lot of money on $50, $100, or anything like that. I knew nothing about compounding. Okay, a lot of people who are getting started inside of G.O.B.E Trade House, you're coming in immediately and learning about compounding, which is powerful. I didn't know about compounding until maybe 2.5 years into my trade career. So a lot of folks are coming in a little more advanced with some of these strategies, and compounding is something that is extremely powerful. And the best thing about it, to my knowledge, and people correct me if I'm wrong, G.O.B.E Trade House is the only program that compounds together as a group. I've not heard of that at all in the industry. So we actually compound together, take the same trades with the same parameters to hit our goal. So that's very unique practice inside of G.O.B.E Trade House. And every single month, we're going to continue to do the run up the bag challenge. Okay, the goal is to complete it by the end of this month, and then maybe we could do a bigger challenge because we will have bigger bags, right? We will have bigger accounts. So next time, maybe we'll start off with a $500 run, maybe $1,000 run, and we're just gonna keep this thing going because the run up to bag challenge is part of Go.B Trade House culture, right? So also everybody, um, do we have, if this is your first time attending a coffee in the morning with Go.B, or if you just now got started inside of Go.B Trade House, let me get a 111 in the chat. Okay, if you're just now getting started inside of Go.B Trade House, or is your first time on coffee in the morning with Go.B, let me get a 111 in the chat. All right, we have Derek, we have Lionel. All right, we have Namdi. All right, perfect, perfect. We have Megan, we have Gerald. I know we had a lot of new family members that got started this weekend. And guys, when you're getting people started, make sure they get on coffee in the morning with Go.B. That should be one of the first things that new people definitely want to attend. Kelly Broussard, first time attending coffee with Go.B. Awesome. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Go.B Trade House. You know how we do. Go ahead, please. Let's go ahead and welcome our new family members. Go to mute yourself. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the family.
To the team.
Welcome to the
Welcome,
family.
welcome.
Congratulations
Welcome.
for taking the first step towards your financial freedom.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. We're super excited to have you. We try to create an environment where you're celebrated and not just tolerated. We know that life is hard at home. Sometimes life is hard. All right. The world could be very negative. All right. I think we could all agree on that. But 90% of your success and failures are going to come from the environment that you place yourself in. Okay. Now, inside of Go.B Trade House, we try our best to create an environment, a positive environment. Over here, inside of this community, you're going to be uplifted. You see all these faces here, these people here believe in you and they want to see you win. I would suggest for all the new people, network with people inside of this group. I have to Go.B Trade House has some of the coolest people that I've ever met in my life. All right. And you could talk to everybody here. When you see somebody having success, reach out to them. Okay. Ask them what they're doing. Ask them how they set up the Autobot, how they having success with the Autobot. What are their parameters? Okay. Ask them how they're marking up the charts. Okay. Ask them questions about anything, how are they building? We have some people who are making some serious residual income already in the business. All right. In fact, if you actually got paid a residual, your first residual, all right, go ahead and drop some $signs in the chat if you got paid your first residual this past week. All right. We released our first This is very, very exciting, guys. Very, very exciting. Okay. We started on the 1st. We had a very successful launch. Wow. Golly, that's a lot of people. We started on the 1st, and our first run was on the 15th, and we expanded so far, guys. Wow, there's a lot of people made residuals. Man, that makes me feel so good to see that many people getting residuals, guys. That is powerful. Okay. Now, as you guys know, we do have a reward system in place. So those who actually want to refer people to our trade community, all right, you're coming in at a 40% split with Go.B Trade House, okay? But it goes up to 60%, okay? So it's a profit share deal. We are not MLM. We are not network marketing, okay? So there's no gaps, there's no legs, there's no ranks or anything like that. We don't do that over here. Okay, so when you refer business to Go.B Trade House, a percentage of that is going to come to you in residual. We like to call it instant residuals. So even if you refer one person to our network, all right, you're going to start making residual income on one referral. So what you're seeing is all these people. We have more people making residual income right now inside of Go.B Trade House than we had in an entire year in our last program coming from the multi-level marketing program. Well, almost 3 times more. So that shows you how powerful our compensation plan is and how generous it is, okay, in comparison to some of our competitors. So anybody, obviously you don't have to do it. We are a customer acquisition business. You could lead with just all of our services that we're providing, okay, and you could actually make money just by trading Forex. But if you want to create a residual income, a customer subscription-based business. I'm letting you guys know residual income is powerful, okay? Residual income is powerful. The acronym we always say is RICH. Residual income creates happiness, because what it does is the bill eliminator, okay? Even if you got to a point where you were able to eliminate your rent, how many people would like to have their rent covered, have Go.B Trade House just completely taking care of their rent, all right? How many people would like to have it cover maybe your car note? Get a 111 in the chat, right? If you were to, even if you just brought 10 customers, you're talking about $500 a month in residual income. $500 a month is nothing to sleep on. That covers some serious bills, right? And you'll also be helping people as well. Okay, there's a really good feeling you get by introducing people to the trade community, because you get a chance to see people's lives change. And I witness it every single day. Okay, so as a matter of fact, my brother from college, I just wanted him to start off the call. He has a quick testimony that he's going to give. I'm super proud of my brother Jamarcus. He's coming in and he's killing it. All right, on the residual side of the business, and he's been having some recent breakthroughs on the charts as well. And I asked him over the weekend, because we were talking, and I saw how many people he was helping and the testimonies he was having. And I said, brother, you just got to come up and just say something on Coffee with Go.B. People got to know who he is, because I think he's going to do some big things inside of Go.B Trade House. So, Jamarcus, are you on, brother?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear. How you feeling this morning?
Man, I paid my rent with my check. So I'm feeling amazing,
So you're
bro.
feeling good.
I'm
That's
feeling,
the feeling.
yeah, I'm feeling great, man. But more importantly, bro, like I was just talking to my girl, like how can I explain? Because it's been fairly easy, man. It's like the messages I get, bro, they just joining because of my reputation that I've built alone. Like I have not hit like one inbox. I haven't chased anybody. I haven't, texted. I'm like, so when I post my testimony or I post something from a customer, from an investor that I got in, they just want in, man. And to me, more than any dollar I could ever make, bro, if I can change somebody's life, man, that's it's with so much scamming going on out here, to make people believe that this is really legit, you really can change your life. That's the challenge that I like to take every day. Like it's literally 5 people that I got to get back with today. And it ain't no, man, tell me about this. Is how do I get in? I'm ready right now. I got my money. You in it. I want to be in. Let's go. So I feel like that, bro. Like I can't take no credit for none of that, man, because I done put in the work. They done seen me in movies on Amazon and Prime. So it's like, if he in it, man, I'm in it. And as far as the trade go, Joe, JP, Ahmad, Rodney, all those guys, like, I'm a competitor, bro. And I feel like if they can look at them charts the same way I look at them, ain't no way they should be way ahead of me. I don't care 20 years in, 10 years in. I feel like, bro, when I look at that chart, I better give me a sniper entry right now. So, so I get relentless, bro. Like, to a point where baby had to be like, you need to take a break and come, cater to me. I like, I got the bag, I got to get these charts right. No, you got to come cater to me. The market is down on the weekend. So it's one of those, bro. But that's my story, man, and I'm sticking to it, man.
And powerful, man. Jamarcus, man, I'm super proud of you. I mean, you've only been in the business since really the first, right? So I mean,
First,
yeah, the first. So you guys are witnessing how far someone could grow in 2 weeks inside of this program. In 2 weeks, the gentleman just said he paid his rent with the residual income. This is a monthly residual that's growing, monthly residual that's coming in. He's just now getting started. And not only that, even though we are still introducing the Go.B Academy, one thing I've noticed about Jamarcus, he's on every single live trade session. He's always there, and he's interacting in the chats, and he's asking questions. So when you're on a Go.B Trade House live session, as we're introducing the Go.B Academy, which we're creating, it should be up within the next less than 60 days, okay? There's a lot of content we have to create. We're going to introduce pieces of the basics excuse me, in the intermediate as we're going along. But until then, the lunch and learns that Joe is doing, powerful. And not only that, when you're on a Go.B Trade House live session, you're learning so much. Okay, you're learning a lot. We're going through the intermediate. We're going through market structure. We're going through price action. We're going through support resistance, trend identification. You're getting some trading view training on there as well. Okay, we're showing how to calculate pips. We're showing about candlesticks, right? We're showing you our 8 confirmations, our strategies. So you could just attend a live trade session for a few weeks, and you may come out a live trade session learning more than you could have learned from videos. I know for me, I personally learn more from visuals. That's how I learn. I learn better that way. So actually attending trade sessions, okay, with our brothers, we are bouncing off each other. I'm learning so much as well. And all of our game is getting better. And Jamarcus has done a great job actually learning how to do this in these past couple of weeks. So anybody who wants to be successful inside this program, success leaves clues. Okay. And so he's somebody that just to look at for new people, a great testimony, which is why I wanted to bring him up. Go ahead, bro. I see you muted yourself. You have something else to say.
I thought you were gonna ask me something, so I was just wanting to be ready, bro.
Okay,
I'm
all
done.
right, no, that was good.
I'm sorry.
No, but thank you for your testimony, powerful testimony, man. Thank you so much. Continue to do what you're doing, and you're inspiring people inside of the group for sure.
Thanks, bro. No problem, man. I'm here to stay, bro.
Absolutely. Now we had a trade session last night. I was unable to attend. Joe, are you able to do a trade review on any of the trades did we call out any trades last night, or we just marked it up?
We just marked everything up. We didn't have any trades that we took out. We had a few solos, but nothing came through as far as right now. But after this call, we'll definitely have a lunch and learn where we'll probably go over some of those trades as well.
Okay, perfect, no problem. All right. Let me go ahead and see if we could get one of our leaders, one of our other leaders who's on right now. Anybody from the Woman of Go.B? I know the Woman of Go.B have some powerful things to do this week. Regards to the Wow Wednesdays. Any announcements in regards to that?
I'm looking at D like, God, please let D speak. I apologize, you all. My throat is killing me right now. So I have really not much to say except, Duke, I'm very proud of you and congratulations. We're definitely looking to get some things set up for the Women of Go.B as far as doing some Zoom meets. So at this moment, that's all I have right now. But yeah, I'll leave it to my sister D and Andron. So there you go.
Yeah, let's see, is Andron on the call? I don't see her on here. But I just want to echo that. I know we're working to try and put a Zoom together. So Kenny, I know that the Go.B Zoom info, I think, should be going away pretty soon. And we've got back office access coming up. So we'll just need to get with you on what we can use in terms of a Zoom link for us to get together. And then as far as any new ladies, if you haven't joined the Women of Go.B Trade House Facebook group, when you find that group, if you could just please, as Chica usually reiterates, just answer all of the questions and select that you agree to the rules, and then we'll get you inside, and we look forward to learning more about you guys.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to watch the manifestation of the Woman of Go.B movement. You guys cannot be following better leaders, Andron, Chica, D. I've talked to them on the back end, and they have some powerful stuff planned. Okay, so I can't wait to see how those Zoom calls. Obviously, us men, we're not going to be able to attend, but we will be getting some nuggets on the back end, and it is going to benefit the overall group, and I'm so excited to watch that play out. So we do have other things as well with the presentations and a lot of content we're going to be creating for the Women of Go.B movement as well. But guys, I think this is going to be the biggest thing that we've ever done inside of Go.B Trade House. I really do believe that. I just can't wait to see it happen. So I see our brother Jordan Rosario has something to mention, our customer service manager. Jordan, yes, sir. If you're on, feel free to speak. Absolutely. How you feeling this morning, Jordan?
Hey, I'm doing well, doing well. We're coming off of another fantastic London trading session done by our master analysis, Adam Marshall, Rodney Pullins. I don't know if they're on the call right now, but know this, but we definitely appreciate you, as we had a bit of a small technical difficulty, but we got everything put together with our London live trading session. Now, for those who are on the call, I definitely want to echo something that Kenny stated in terms of networking with everybody on this call. One of the biggest things that I've kind of taken into my own life and kind of like to teach other people is your network is your net worth. And what I mean by that is you've got a lot of great people in this community. I mean, when we talk about, what do I get, from paying my $99 here, we definitely have the live sessions. We definitely have the G.O.B.E Autobot. We definitely have the G.O.B.E Sniper Analyzer. But for me, and we definitely have the education that's coming out. But for me, what my value comes into when I think about the $99 is our trading community. If I ever have a question, whether it's about marketing, whether it's about trading, I can always go to somebody and they're going to have the answer for me. And I remember when I first started here at G.O.B.E Trade House back in November 1st, the person that I knew who brought me in was my mentor, Chica Simone. But then I decided to branch out. I decided to talk to other people such as Mike Taylor, got to meet Kenny Jordan, got to meet Carlos Pond, Mike Spacek, our leaders. And then I fully, went to talk to our master traders like Joe Threats, like Adam Marshall, like everybody I have talked to, and even, even people on my level, like Michelle Kine, Cletus Kremley, there's a lot of great people out here that you want to go ahead and take advantage of, making sure that you're plugged in, making sure that you're networking, because you never know. This particular person can help not only change the way that you look at Forex trading, but they could be the spark plug, the motivator that can help you keep going even when things seem a little discouraging. Believe me, I have gone through that particular trial and tribulation since the start with G.O.B.E Trade House, and I could never be more proud of the fact that this community has been holding it down, even through our own trials and tribulations, and we're only going to get bigger and better. So take advantage right now and plug in with as many people as you can, because when you do so, you are going to see the benefits, the impacts, and you're going to see the fruition of your labors moving forward. And remember, I expect everybody on this call to be a 6-figure, 7-figure earner, just as Kenny has stated before. Now, the thing is, I think that's a little too small of an ambition. I'm going for personally 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 figures. But, and I think that if everyone has that mentality, everyone has that mindset, then you are going to do well. I'm not saying that you'll get there, because of course, income's not guaranteed. But if you have that drive, if you have that vision, if you have that passion, then you're definitely going to move forward in the right direction. So stay positive, stay the course, stay patient, stay disciplined, and there's definitely a high potential for your success. And by the way, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mike Taylor, myself, we are doing the new members orientation. For those who are just getting started, come over and we'll show you exactly what you need to do to get you on the right path towards your financial freedom. Go be great, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jordan. Powerful words. Okay, absolutely. Everybody should have huge goals, because we're in a $7.7 trillion a day industry, okay, in the Forex industry. So this industry, there should be no caps of what we are capable of. Yes, we're going to make residual income. Yes, we're going to have a great subscription-based business. But by trading Forex and mastering the skill, you can become a multi-millionaire, okay, in a short window. And I believe this year, we're going to have so many 6-figure traders. If you believe, guys, that you're going to be a 6-figure trader at least this year, let me get some dollar signs in the chat, okay? Let me get some dollar signs in the chat if you believe you will at least make a 6-figure income with this skill this year. Okay.
Let's
Bruno, let's go. No, seriously. And I mean this, guys, because I'm watching it happen. I'm watching it happen. Look how many people, guys. Okay. You have to play the long game. Somebody in your family has to become wealthy or have to become rich. Why not you? Why not you be the one to have that breakthrough? Why not you be the one to break those generational curses? Okay, I know for sure in my I can't speak for anybody else, but you know, I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up wealthy or anything like that, right? I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth, okay? So from in my family, uh, most people in my family are coming from the 9-to-5 mindset. Okay, a lot of people have worked, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that the opportunities weren't there. Okay, most people in my family are coming from working the 30 to 40 years, retiring, right? And now they're in the next phase of their life, but there's nothing to pass on. All right. So for me, I will be the first one in my family that will break these generational curses that has been here. And if that is also you, this is the opportunity for you to actually make those big goals for yourself, to actually bring that into fruition. And I believe inside of G.O.B.E Trade House, everybody here has the potential to become a multimillionaire. That's why it's important, guys, that we all try our best to stick together, continue to network with each other, because you could be inboxing the next master trader. You could be inboxing and talking to the next multimillionaire. And because we're all on that path. So play the long games. Play the long game. You have to set goals for yourself. Set huge goals for yourself, guys. Shoot for the stars. And if you land on the moon, that's perfectly fine. Okay? Say you want to be a billionaire. Why would you cap yourself? Right? Speak into existence. Say I want to be a multi-millionaire. Okay? It's possible. You could do these things inside of this industry. Set these big goals. Let's first master this skill. And then once you master the skill, all right, you could literally create whatever income that you want to create by mastering this skill. That's why it's so important. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it to our brother, Joe. He has a quick trade review we're going to do. And then Mike Taylor has some nuggets for us as well afterwards. So, Joe, how you feeling, brother? How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So let me share my screen with everyone and show some of the pairs that we marked up from last night. And why we didn't take them all the way. So let me go here. All right, so as you can see my screen, one of our solo alerts last night was Euro JPY. And what I feel like we're probably going to start doing is actually setting, stop setting alerts to where we can automatically get into these trades, whether it's a sell stop or buy limit, things of that nature, okay? Reason being, because once price breaks the zone and it continues going down, we can automatically enter ourselves in for a trade. And so I've been playing with it a lot, and I feel like it's gonna be something that we can actually start doing on our live sessions. So on a 1 hour time frame, we see we're in a nice bearish trend going on. And our goal is to actually get in somewhere closer to this blue EMA. As you said, I had circled here last night. It never pulled back any, or at least not much. It kept creating lower lows. And so we was actually waiting for it to come back a little bit to have a little more support as far as resistance go, in case we had a nice drawback. But as you see, it never drew back. It kept going down. And we could have possibly capitalized off of it, or we could have capitalized off of it and got at least our 10 pips. So moving forward, our agent sessions, that's something that we'll most likely be looking into, setting more sell stops and things of that nature. As far as another pair that we marked up as a solo, it was NZD JPY. So this was another situation to where we was waiting for it to actually get closer to the EMA, the blue EMA, to go in for a continuation of a sell. And it never did that. It exactly went straight down. So like I said, in these bearish trends, what we were going to start doing, I feel like we're talking to the rest of the team, is possibly take it once it hit a certain price, and once it breaks past another zone, we'll be clear for at least those 10 pips. So we'll be doing trainings on you know, how to set those type of alerts up to where you automatically place into a trade. That way we won't miss out on any trades moving forward. Because we left a lot of pips on the table last week, and so we're not doing that again this week. We'll be actually on point with getting these trades and getting these pips. So no pips left behind is gonna be the new motto, I feel like. So that's our trade review, at least for those two solos that I have, is for NZD JPY and Euro JPY. We tried to stay away from any USD pairs, mostly for the fact that we had red folders and it was orange folders and it was a holiday today. So we just try to mark up as many as we can, but that's the two that I have for NZD JPY and Euro JPY.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea, to start using the buy limit and the sell limit much more often. I think that'll be good, especially when we mark up these solo alerts, so we won't have to worry about it, right? It'll already be set. So whenever price hits those points, if we feel like it's a good trade, everybody can just have that set up. And then when price gets to that point, it's going to automatically put you in a trade. In fact, we could probably work on a training video today and upload it to the courses, because that's not really that hard to do. So I think that'd be really helpful to do. I think that's some really good advice, Joe. So we're going to go ahead and put that into action. All right. Well, I'm excited. I'm very excited about the Asian session tonight. We're definitely continuing the run up the back challenge. Man, very excited about that. Also, guys, when it comes to the Autobot, does anybody in the chat, if you have not been approved for the Autobot, or if you're having any issues with the Autobot, if you're in the chat, guys, we do have our Autobot manager on, Sherry. You see her in the chat, Sherry Gabriel. Okay. And she has a customer support chat. I know there's some people in there and there's some people who's not in there. Sherry, she's very helpful. First of all, she's doing an amazing job getting people approved for the bot and fixing the licensing errors very quickly. So shout out to Sherry. You're doing a great job. She's the one you want to reach out to get that fixed. Okay. When it comes to any bot strategies, we have multiple people in the group who are having success on the bot. Okay. And you could reach out to some of these people in the group. Jordan Rosario could actually help you with any troubleshooting as far as getting it set up in his customer support chat. Okay. But when it comes to some of the strategies, the bot is starting to become its own thing. All right. People are coming up with their own strategies with the bot. I'm excited because this week I'm finally going to be able to scale up the bot. I wasn't able to do it last week because we were so busy. But after I went 46 for 46 on the bot, I saw enough. I already knew that. I already knew that it was going to do something crazy. So, okay, so my next thing, I need to at least scale it up to $1,000 and to see what's going to happen. So that's what I'm doing this week. I'm going to scale up the bot. I'm going to put $1,000 in the bot and try to up my lot size just a little bit, still using proper risk management. But I want to see what could happen with a little more money on the bot. And that's how you should approach it, okay? Because we're all getting introduced to this software. And basically, you want to start off small. Start off small on the bot, whether start off on a demo or start off with at least $100 on the bot, all right? Just so you can see how it plays out, get used to it, some of the troubleshooting, your longs, your shorts, your pip count, okay? Everything that you need to do with the bot in order for it to work. Once you start seeing it on a consistent basis, then you start scaling up the money on the bot. Don't come in on the bot and just say, all right, I'm coming in with $1,000, right? Don't do that. Okay. Or I'm coming in with more than $1,000. Wait a little bit. Okay. You got the bot. It's not going anywhere. The bot absolutely works. And we just have to figure out how the perfect strategy to apply to it so you can start scaling it up over time. So everybody should be at least maybe your second or first week on the bot. Nothing wrong with testing out the bot for an entire month so you could collect your own data on the bot yourself. Okay. And once you have your own data on it with your own strategies, then you can start scaling it up. That's just my advice. Obviously, you guys are your own adults and entrepreneurs, but that's what I'm doing as well. Okay, I'm doing that as well. I feel like my week that I had on the bot was good enough for me, so now I'm going to scale it up. So if I got to be the guinea pig, I will. Okay, so y'all want to wait on my results before you scale it up? I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm going to share it every every copy in the morning with G.O.B.E this week. I'm going to share my results on the bot, everything that I'm doing. So I'm really, really excited about that, guys. And I hope you all are too. Okay. So let me go ahead and bring up our brother Mike Taylor. Okay, Mike Taylor, are you on?
Yeah, can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah, no problem. And one thing, guys, that you guys got to understand about Mike Taylor, something else that you get inside of G.O.B.E Trade House, which is really unique. You know, Mike Taylor, he's our VP of marketing. Okay. And he's a professional online marketer. He does these 5:30 meetings every single day about team building, marketing strategy. He's showing you how to market on Facebook, generate free leads, close leads, scripts. Okay. He's literally teaching you how to fish. So you won't be dependent on anybody else. He's going to teach you how to go get leads yourself and close them out yourself and introduce customers to this program. So that's something else that a lot that you're getting inside of this program is marketing training. And some of the stuff that Mike Taylor teaches could easily be a package or something that could be charged that I would pay for. I would pay for some of the stuff that Mike Taylor teaches, but he's offering all this information to our network for free. Okay, for free. So all you got to do is just attend the meeting. All you have to do is attend the meeting, and Mike Taylor is giving you all these gems, all of these nuggets from years and years and years of building online businesses, successful online businesses. So salute to you, Mike Taylor. Let me go ahead and pass it to you, brother. How you feeling this morning?
Feeling great, man. Appreciate you. I will say this though. This is the first time I can say, well, I ain't gonna say the first time, but this is one of the few times I can say I'm actually nervous before I speak because I don't know what's about to come out of my mouth. I don't have any ideas, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna talk. So with that being said, good morning, everybody. I do want to say this though, I can't piggyback on this. Duka or Jamarcus, I don't know which one you like to go by, brother, but I just want y'all to realize what he said. Think about what he just said. Hold on, somebody back.
Both of them, bro. You copy whatever. He said, "Duke or Jamarcus."
It's Duke or Jamarcus, man. We go by both. Used to call it brother Coach back in the day.
Got you. Okay, so check this out. So I don't understand. I don't know if y'all really just got what he said because he kind of just said it and went by. But this man just said in the first week of being in G.O.B.E, he paid his rent with what he made, right? Now you probably thinking like, okay, that's cool. He made some referrals. He got his rent paid. But it's deeper than that because as long as he maintain or continue to grow their customer base, his rent is paid for the whole 2021, 2022, 2023, because G.O.B.E not going nowhere. Like, I don't know if y'all understand what we're doing. See, a lot of these companies that we worked for in the past, these people weren't marketers. These were people that were just looking to create, they saw a business model. They said, let me put some money into this because I see it can generate some money back. But these people weren't actual marketers. This how me, Kenny, and Carlos, this how we eat. So we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think, we finna leave G.O.B.E and go get a corporate job or something? No, you know what I'm saying? Like, this G.O.B.E is gonna be here. So as long as you got your, same thing. Michelle, 3 weeks paid her rent. But right now I'm talking about the power of the residual income, because once you do it once, then you don't have to do it no more. And that's why I don't get why some people be like I'm just gotta keep it real with y'all. I say this all the time about my team building calls. I did a little exercise, and Kenny remember this. It was on a Sunday, right? And I told him, I said, look, I say the reason why when I do a recruiting call, it's literally 5 or 10% of the network. Whereas when we do a Forex call, it's like 50% of the network, is because it's real simple. I say in Forex, yes, I'm learning. Yes, I have ambition to be a trader, but let's just keep it real. Somebody is giving me something. Somebody is marking up the charts for me, and they're giving me a trade that's making me money, which is freaking awesome. I don't blame you. That's why I be there. You know what I'm saying? However, on the flip side, When the team building call comes around, a person like, oh, now on that, nobody's giving me something. I have to actually learn something, get outside my comfort zone and go talk to somebody and try to convince them to join the business. I'm not as interested as that as I am in somebody giving me something for free. Let's just keep it 100. Well, if that's the case, I just want you to get out that mindset, because think about it. You sit at your job for 40 hours. A lot of us sit at jobs for 40 hours, 50 hours every week just to pay your rent, right? Just to pay your bills. And you just heard this brother say within a week, I just knocked out my rent for the whole year. So what ladder are you climbing? Am I gonna climb the ladder that's gonna allow me to pay my rent every month as long as I show up every month for every hour? Or I'm gonna climb the ladder that I can put just as much work in as within the 2 weeks I can knock that rent out and start building on my light bill, and start building on my car note, and start building past my grocery bill, start building past my whatever I gotta do for my kids, start building towards savings, start building towards my retirement. You know what I'm saying? Start building away from that freaking job. Like, why? Like, give me some money bags in the chat if you don't want to work until you 70. Like, if you don't plan on working till you 65, give me some money bags in the chat. So if that's the case, then if you free at 5:30, then what are you doing? Because I got to keep it real with you. If you say you can't be at the 5:30 meeting, that's a lie. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because like I said, me and Kenny, we did a little sample. I said on Sunday at 5:30, I normally would get maybe 20 people on that team building call at best. But I say, if I flip this meeting with no warning, with I literally 30 minutes before the call, I said, let me say instead, we're going to do a run the bag up challenge preparation meeting. And I said, I bet you we get 100 people on that call. It was 93. See what I'm saying? So are you a hyena or are you a lion? Like, think about it. Are you just gonna go try to get the residual once you lose your job and now the lion is chasing you? You know what I'm saying? Now it's chasing you. So now you want to run and try to hustle the residual? Or are you a lion and you're going out to get it for your family right now? And you love to hunt and you're not gonna stop until you get it, because that's a lion's mindset, right? So no, I don't see nobody with tattoos of hyenas on their arms. I don't see nobody with hyenas on their Facebook cover. I see lions. I see tigers. I see beasts. So like Eric Thomas always say, everybody want to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. And beasts get out there and recruit. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. Another thing is this. When you come, when you, and I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm probably gonna say this every call because I want you guys to get this. Y'all don't know how blessed y'all are to be able to get these Forex trades and then turn around and show off that proof to make money. Like the brother Duca said. He said, I don't even have to, he don't have to tell me how he got them referrals. I'm gonna tell you how he got them referrals. Well, number one, he did just like Chica said last week. He fell in love with what he was doing. He fell in love with what he was doing. And then once he fell in love with it, what do you do when you fall in love with a girl or you fall in love with some hobby? You would get on people's nerves talking about that woman. I'm like, man, I'm tired of hearing about this new girl you met, bro. Like, quit telling me about that. That's how you should be about Forex. That's what he did. He fell in love with the Forex. He fell in love with what he was doing. He fell in love with the G.O.B.E family. And he couldn't help but tell people. It don't even take a marketer to do that. That takes passion. That takes wanting it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to ask you, how bad do you want it? And it can't be about you. Because see, one thing about it, these two skill sets that we're teaching here, Forex and also recruiting, these are skill sets that's gonna free you and your family for the rest of your life. Think about it. My son right now, I'm teaching him how to recruit, right? Now, if something happens to me and I go away, guess what? As long as he know that skill set that I taught him, there's no excuse for him to be broke, because people are always looking for good salespeople. You see what I'm saying? People are always looking for good salesmen. If you're going to start your own business, you need to be a good salesman. Like a lot of us talk about, we want to be our own business. We want to do this. Well, you need to become a boss first. Like you got to start acting and thinking like a boss. And also you ain't got to wait on nobody. You don't have to ask nobody permission. Like literally just get out there and make a freaking decision and say, hey, I want this bad as I want to breathe. And if you don't know that concept, go look it up. Eric Thomas, as bad as I want to breathe. And the concept is like this. Anytime that you feeling like, hey, I want to give up, or I don't want to go through this, or I want to do something else. Then when you think about how bad you want for your goals, all you got to do is hold your breath And when you start getting to the point where you feel like you need to go ahead and get some of that air, that's the same way you need to feel about your goals. As bad as you want at that next breath, that's how bad you need to be at your goals, period. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to anybody on this team is focus on the Forex, get that money. Make sure you're on all the live calls. Make sure you learn everything you do. But then when you get that proof, you go out and testify. You go out and tell people, you share it on your social media. You text your friends, you tell your coworkers at work. You go to church with it. Man, on Sunday, half of the church should know what you made on the crypto session on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody should know that Bitcoin went up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be telling people. Like, don't be scared. What you scared of? Like, right now, you don't know it. But the reason, like, man, y'all just don't know. We're in the middle of a pandemic, y'all. People are losing their jobs left and right. Even if you got your job, it's not really that safe to even go to work, especially if you got diabetes, which is half of America, especially if you overweight, which is 75% of America. It's not even safe to go to work. So if you're making $10, $12 an hour, you're making 15, and even if your job is secure, I bet you most of those people would rather be at home. They're going because they feel like they have to. But for whatever reason, you've been put in a position to have the information that can literally save lives. You can go out and save lives with this. You can bring people home instead of them traveling back and forth to work every freaking day, feeling like they have to do that. Some of these people are not in health conditions to be going to these jobs every day, letting everybody breathe on them. And then they talking about these new strands of the virus and all this stuff. We're essential workers, y'all. Like, you got to get in the mindset. You are an essential worker. People need you right now. So go out and save the world. Go be great.
Absolutely, man, powerful. I love when Mike says he has nothing to say, because I know something's coming out. It happens every single time. Powerful, Mike. Absolutely, guys. This information could save people's lives. This information has saved my life. All right, and you guys, let me ask everybody a question in the chat. Okay, if you're ready to go pro, let me get a 111 in the chat. I'm gonna give you guys some advice right now. All right, if you're ready to go pro and take this thing serious, let me get a 111 in the chat. All right, listen, guys, if you want to go pro, let me ask you a question. When people go to your Facebook page, what do they see? What's the first thing they see when they go to? If I look at your last 10 posts, will there be anything about Forex or any testimonies from within the group at all? What everything you see on a daily basis, screenshots from our trade community, Forex profits. Guys, sometimes when I don't have something to post, I just go to Joe's timeline or Duca's timeline or Jordan Rosario, and I just share it and I say, everybody eats in G.O.B.E. Right? I just share it. I go to D's timeline or Chica's time. I just share testimonies. And I'm sitting here bringing people into business by sharing y'all's posts. I'm just sharing y'all's posts. That's all I'm doing. I don't even have to post my results anymore. I'd rather post the team results. Just pay attention. Success leaves clues. If you want to go pro, make sure you do a Facebook makeover today. Okay? I don't even use Instagram, to be honest with you right now. Instagram is a great marketing tool, but we've built G.O.B.E. I've built this business, G.O.B.E. Trade House, purely on Facebook. Facebook, guys, and then people that I've known in my warm market. Okay, Joe Threats inboxed me from Facebook, and he got into the business. Okay, Duca, okay, Facebook. Okay, and these people are coming in here. My brother Rodney, I've been a Rodney since high school. Facebook. Andron, Facebook. I mean, I can keep going, guys. It's just been, all I've done is I've done a Facebook makeover. And when you go to my timeline, look at my Facebook page. Look at Carlos's Facebook page. Look at Joe's Facebook page. Look at the people who are having success and look how their Facebook page looks like, okay? If you had a donut shop, right? And you have the best donuts in the world, okay? And we were driving outside, okay? We were going to try, I was hungry, I wanted some donuts, right? And I go and there's the building is blank, okay? There's nothing on the building at all. But you have amazing donuts. How am I gonna know you have amazing donuts if your building isn't branded saying like, we have the best donuts in the world, okay? You gotta do that with your Facebook page, guys, okay? People are literally looking for stuff right now. Just like Mike Taylor said, we're in a pandemic. Almost everybody I speak to, as soon as I mention Forex, one of the first things that they say is, one of my friends told me about that. I've been interested in doing that. I just don't know how. Almost every single time. People want this, guys. Okay. Everybody right now they need extra money for their family and they need security. So they just need to believe that it works. Some people don't know that it's possible, but there's so much evidence, so much proof, so much data inside of Go.B Trade House. Even if you haven't had breakthroughs yet, there's so many people in the group who have. Okay. So all I want to say, for those who put that 111 in the chat after this call, do a Facebook makeover, go pro, change up your cover photo, go ahead and get yourself a nice professional photo for yourself or something involving Forex for your profile picture, and then start sharing testimonies on your timeline, posting your results, documenting your story. Okay. And you could start on Facebook. If you evolve from there on Instagram and whatever else, fine. But Facebook, you could have up to 5,000 followers plus, you could do a business Facebook page to infinity. Okay. But just on Facebook alone, you can make over 6 figures just on Facebook, guys. In Go.B Trade House, when you have 100 customers, that's $6,000 a month in residual income just on 100 customers. It was $6,000 a month, guys. That's $72,000 a year. How many people could retire from their job on $72,000 a year in residual income today, right? Retire from their 9 to 5 and go full time inside of Go.B Trade House. Let's get 100 people on the bot. Let's market the bot.
Hey, and Kenny,
yes, sir.
You're leaving something crucial out.
I didn't mention that, but I'm gonna let you say it. Go ahead.
And it's the best part because I'm living that example now. I was looking at my commission. I'm like, man, these overrides are something serious, bro. Okay. But imagine getting a 10% override on 100 people. Like, think about that for a second. You got 100 people and you're getting 10% of what they make. Like, that's awesome. So your overrides could literally be more than your actual commission. So you might be making double that. Also, as far as the Facebook makeovers, I wanted to mention, if you go inside your Go.B Academy back office, if you look under affiliate training, the actual first step is a Facebook makeover training, where I go over step by step exactly where you need to go, how you need to do it. So I would definitely look at that training. But that's definitely your storefront, y'all. If your store don't look like a store, then nobody's gonna stop and buy anything from that store. And everybody is looking into Forex right now, whether you know it or not. So share it.
Absolutely. You are your store. You are your brand. You are a business. You are a walking franchise business owner, but you have to think that way. Okay. This program has the potential to make more than somebody who owns a McDonald's or one of these, or Burger King or Chick-fil-A. You have the ability to have all of that online without the override. So when you look at from a business perspective, guys, and we're experiencing this firsthand. Okay, you tell me what you would rather do. Let's say if you wanted to really own a franchise business, what is your overhead to run a franchise business, guys? Let's go over some things. First of all, you have the mortgage, right? Then you got electricity, you got employees, you got the water bill, right? You have certain taxes on the building, okay? You're talking about, let's say if you went out, you wanted to take out a big loan to own a McDonald's, what's your overhead for that? It's a lot of, you got to buy ketchup packages, right? You got to buy, patties and bread and cheese and right, nuggets. All this is this is overhead for your business. It's a lot of money, okay? And some of these companies, they may not necessarily make the type of money that you think because of the overhead that they have whenever you own the business. Again, nothing wrong with owning a brick and mortar company. But when you say you have the power to literally, when you look at that compensation plan, guys, on about 2,000 customers, you're a millionaire inside of Go.B Trade House. You're making over $100,000 a month. And 2,000 customers, guys, you're a millionaire. And plus you have the overrides, you're over a millionaire. So you have the potential to do that here. And what's your overhead? $99. $99, guys. From a business perspective, it just makes sense to go all in and go pro. This could be this 1 year, I'm telling you guys, could change your life forever. 2021 will be the best year in your life if you put both feet in and jump in the water and go pro in this business. And by the end of this year, go hard. Okay. I know Mike got to say something, but let me say this real quick, guys. How many people can admit that they're not going as hard as they can? Let me get a 111 in the chat. If you're going 100% right now, don't put a 111 in the chat. If you're already going 100%, don't do it. But if you know you can go harder, let me get a 111 in the chat. Right? How do you know how great you are if you never actually worked your hardest? If you never actually put it, I'm going to put a 111 in the chat too. I know you guys see us working hard on the back end. I could go harder. I could go 2 times harder. I know I could go 2 times harder, and I am. Okay? So those who really want to get it this year, now is your time to see how great you really are. Now is the time to have your breakthrough and to see what is really inside of you. Now it's time to really do it, because now you're really getting paid correctly for your efforts and getting the skill that you need that's going to secure you for the rest of your life at the same time. By the end of the year, everybody should have a target goal. How many customers do I want in this business? 500, 1,000, 100? What's your goal? All 2021, by the end of this year, what is your customer goal? Okay, inside of this business. All right. And I don't know what that goal is for you, but make that goal for yourself. And then you start making a plan how to achieve that goal, because the customer base is there. We're international business. There's 1 billion people in the world. You can get people all over the planet inside of G.O.B.E Trade House. Okay, so the money's there. So let me go ahead and pass it to Mike Taylor.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to kind of just throw this out here, because I know most of us on this call are traders, right? And I want you to spread this message to the other traders that you know on the team that may not be on the call. The main reason you want to get your residuals, if none of the other stuff appeals for you, if you don't care about knocking out your bills, if you don't care about quitting your job, if you don't care about, going on fancy vacations or just having a lot of money or doing something for your children, or if you don't care about any of that, but you're a trader, right? The one thing you should care about is being able to back yourself when you take losses as a trader. See, the thing is, we know it. Most of the time you're going to win, especially with G.O.B.E, but you are going to lose sometimes. It's just the market, right? Well, what better feeling of security of knowing that, hey, well, each month I got an extra $500, extra $700, an extra $2,500, whatever your goal is. If you know that's coming in residually, give me some money bags if that would make you more confident and feel better as a trader. What if you could just trade your residuals and you ain't even got to touch your job money? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even want to trade with money from my job if I didn't have to. If somebody's going to give me an avenue where I can get some money outside of my job to fund my account, then I'm going to take that avenue. Like, I'm not going to work 40 hours and then risk it. Like, come on. Like, think about that. I didn't already gave up my freedom for the money, and then I'm going to risk the freedom that I gave up for the money. That's not smart. If you got to do what you got to do starting off, that's fine. But I wouldn't make a habit of that if there's another opportunity to get money elsewhere. Smart people have multiple streams of income. And if all you got to do is share some great information, just like you shared that Popeye's chicken sandwich, just like you tell people about the coronavirus, just like you talked about people about the insurrection and how much you mad at Donald Trump or how much you mad at Joe Biden, or just like you sold people on that, then sell people on this Forex. Sell them on something that can actually help them, because none of that stuff helps them. Actually clouds the brain. You know what I'm saying? It actually clouds the brain. Another thing too, if you really want to go pro, I'm going to tell you a story about the late, great Kobe Bryant. One story I heard about Kobe Bryant that really motivated me and really gave me a perspective on how you really be the best at something. And this is actually how I became a good marketer, because I actually took this strategy. Kobe said that after he had a failure in the playoffs, right? Or something like that. I can't remember the exact story. I think they lost to the Phoenix Suns or something like that. But whatever season it was, the season before he averaged 35 points a game, This the season before he went off like 40 points, like 5-6 nights in a row. The season before he hit 81. That summer, he said he was so pissed off about what he did the year before that he literally every day he went and he would start shooting jumpers, and he said he would not stop whatever he was doing until he made 1,000. Like every day, he was like, I'm gonna make 1,000 jump shots, or I'm not eating, I'm not going to see about my children, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing jack until I make 1,000 jumpers every day. And I'm gonna do this all summer, because when I come on the other side of this, I'm gonna be so great, ain't nobody gonna touch me. And the man literally set a record, dropping 81 points on somebody. So the message you should get from that is this. If you really wanna be a master trader, if you really wanna build that residual income, like you got to shoot 1,000 shots a day. You got like, if you're a builder, if you're trying to recruit, like you can't let nobody discourage you. Only thing you should be worried about is what you wrote on this paper. How many shots you're going to take? How many people I'm going to approach? I don't care if I go 100-0, because I got a philosophy on that always helped me. I always talk about this, and I can't wait till I get to that part of my training. But basically, it's like this. Everything is based on a numbers game. You can look this up. This stuff actually works. The law averages, right? As a matter of fact, I don't know if I should tell y'all this, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. I'm gonna tell y'all the video that changed my life because it's actually funny. But I'm gonna say this: it's only for adults. So if you don't like cursing, if you don't like some dude talking crazy, do not listen to this video. This is only for people that don't mind that information, that can actually get it, because this dude does cuss a little bit. But the video was very informational for me, and it's a dude named Brandon Carter, and it's called The Numbers Game. And basically, he broke it down in a way where I could get it. I was like, whoa, he's right. Like, numbers apply to everything. So long story short, what I got from that video, and it actually changed my marketing career, is I realized that no matter what you're doing in life, it can be the worst thing in the world. Like the example that he used in the video was actually type of funny. He was like, man, I don't care if you're the ugliest dude in the world, man, if you holler at 10 girls, one of them gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, one gonna like you. And he just started using all these different crazy examples. The video is actually hilarious. But, well, what I got from it, I was like, yeah. So I was like, because at the time I was very unconfident about my approach as far as how I was, because I was just learning how to market. So I said, well, if he's saying that no matter how bad my approach sucks, if I approach 10 people with it, somebody's going to get it. Well, let me not worry about how many people are responding. Let me want down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And every time somebody agree to watch that video, I'm just going to check 1 off the list. I'm going to check 2 off the list. And I know psychologically, until I get to that number 10, I have nothing to worry about, because eventually the number's going to play on my half. I put this on everything I love. Like, the good Lord can strike me down right now if I'm lying. I don't care what business I've ever did. I don't care what script I ever used. I've never went 0 for 10 in anything I've ever done on the marketing side. Never in life. And because I know that particular number, I've been able to literally print my own check within reason, of course, but I just said literally within reason, based on my own efforts, I can print my own check just based on numbers. I don't have any I have no emotional attachment to recruiting at all. Like, it's all a game. It's just all about playing the numbers, right? So if you know this, then now you can say, okay, forget it then. Well, if I want to get to say 10 referrals a month, let's just say you want to build your residual about $500 a month for the next 6 months till you get to 3,000 or whatever, right? Then all you got to do is chop the numbers up. All you got to do is say, okay, well, if I want to sign up 10 people, then I need to get 100 people to watch this video. Then I got 4 weeks in a month. That means I need 25 people a week. I'm not going to do nothing on the weekend, so I need 5 people a day. There you go. 5 people a day gets you 500 a month by just getting people to watch the video, just by inviting people and getting them to watch the power hour, whatever you got to do. It's just simple numbers. So it is pretty much all I want to say, because I was about to, I think it was something else I had wrote down. Oh, Michelle, I want to address what you said. You said, Mike, how do you say you're not going 100? Because I guess because naturally, and Kenny was getting on to me about this yesterday, naturally, I'm a recruiter. That's just how I'm wired. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to getting up at 7 in the morning, listening to my motivational videos, writing out my little script. I hop on Copy with G.O.B.E. At 11 o'clock, I'm off to the races until powwow or whatever, right? But because there's a lot of gaps in my day, you know what I'm saying? I have to we go with coffee with G.O.B.E. A lot of time, us as leaders, we have stuff we need to handle in the background. So I know it, I'm hungry. Now all of a sudden it's I got to get ready for the 5:30 meeting, and because right now I'm making the actual videos that are going to go into the back office, I can't just throw that training together. I got to actually make it right. You know what I'm saying? So that takes time. Then before you know it, you at 5:30 meeting. Now 5:30 meeting comes off at 6:30. You want to take a break? You're like, damn, man, my power hour might be coming up, or it might be a live session. So there are so many gaps. It's kind of hard for me just to lock all the way in like I'm used to doing and just, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine, because just like anything, you just have to get used to it and find how to operate within the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Which that's what I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I'm not giving 100%, because right now I'm still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But even without giving 100%, I still see that when I put stuff out there, people respond. You know what I'm saying? When I get people out there, when I get the information, the numbers are still working in my favor when I am able to get out there. And that's the important thing. As long as you know your numbers, then you can always put the effort back on you, and you know you can pick that effort back up. But if you don't know your numbers, then you're gonna get frustrated real easy. Because now, if you're not dealing with numbers, you're dealing with emotion. And I'll leave you with that.
Absolutely. Powerful, powerful gems. And this is another reason why you guys got to attend the 5:30 meetings with Mike Taylor. He has a lot of marketing content we're going to put in the courses back there. So I'm super excited about that. But the law of averages, guys, this is sales 101. All right. I've been doing sales for a very, very long time. All right. Since I've been really about 14 years, the collections industry, sales, I've done it all. Okay. And one thing I've always noticed is exactly what Mike Taylor is talking about, the law of averages. You're going to get a 10% conversion on anything. If I had a pen with glitter on it right now, I could sell it. I could talk to 100 people and I could get 10 of those pens off. All right. Because it doesn't matter what the product is. But if you have a good product and you sharpen your game, you'll get a higher conversion on your sales. Now you're starting to work with a 5 out of 10 turnover ratio, 7 and 8 out of 10 turnover ratio when you speak to people. And also the leads, the people you speak to, what type of leads are you speaking to? Are they cold leads? Are you selling them? Or they have interest already peaked? So now it's going to be an easier conversion because they already want to make money. And all you got to do is introduce them to the solution. They have a problem, you are the solution. Okay. So there's certain ways to increase your conversion, but what Mike Taylor is saying is that you're going to get a 10% conversion on anything. Okay. You speak to 100 people, you're going to get 10. And that's even if you're not even that great at what you're doing. It's just the law of averages in your favor. The only thing holding that back is actually you doing the work so you could actually get that turnover ratio. So that's sales 101, which is why they have telemarketing companies, which is why they have collection agencies and things like that, is because they're running through so many leads. They know they're going to get some sales, but they don't need a lot of sales for they can make a lot of money. Okay. And you have the ability to do the same thing. And there's going to be so much more training on this. This has been a powerful Coffee with G.O.B.E. It has been recorded. I think Joe had an announcement about the lunch and learn today and about some of the things we're going to cover.
Yeah, so just real quick to piggyback off of what you and Mike said, try to go out there and get 25 no's per day. And what it's going to allow you to do is actually practice your pitch to someone. And it's going to also help you develop that mental toughness of hearing the word no from someone when you tell them about the business or about the opportunity. So try to go out and get 25 to 50 no's, and it's going to help you out with process with the ability to finally get to those yeses. So with that being said, today's today's lunch and learn is going to be over TradingView, and then also hopefully we have time to get over on the bot. So we'll be going over the simple things that you need to mark up your charts using the TradingView, and then we'll cover some of the bot stuff as well. So we'll take like a 15-minute intermission. So go grab your lunch or drink your shakes or whatever you might have for lunch, and then we'll come back in 15 minutes on the same channel. So lunch and learn, like I said, it'll be over TradingView, and then also our Autobot.
All right, perfect. Very excited about that. Lunch and Learn's amazing reviews on it so far, and thank you for hosting those, Joe. Another opportunity for everybody to walk through hands-on visual training, which is vital, very important, especially if you want to go pro, as we mentioned earlier. last thing before we go, when it comes to the commissions, there's still people who have not went to GoBeCommissions.info to claim their commission. Okay, so there's still some people back there. If you earned a commission in between January 1st to January 10th, okay, if you brought somebody in the business, log into your affiliate site and see if there's a commission back there, because you might have a commission. And make sure you go to GoBeCommissions.info, and we're going to get you guys taken care of this week. Okay, but if we don't have your payment method, there's no way for us to pay you. So you gotta at least do that so we could get your information, so we could go to release those funds to you. All right. And other than that, I think we're pretty much good to go, everybody. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Coffee in the Morning with G.O.B.E. G.O.B.E great, G.O.B.E a beast. Attend the lunch and learn. We'll see you guys on the Asian session tonight. Continue the run up the bag challenge. Peace, everybody. Have a
Let's
good day.
go. G.O.B.E
Appreciate y'all.
See y'all in 15 minutes.
Jordan, you want to stay, keep it on?
Yeah, I'll go ahead if you want to give me the host power so I can record everything. Yeah, and we'll do an interview.